Hello, MC Lars, and welcome to Slamdunk North. How are you doing?
Very joyful. How are you?
I am very good. I'm very, very good indeed. What have you made of the Slamdunk experience so far?
It's been crazy. Been so much. Seen friends I know from other bands. Selling a lot of merch, and we haven't even played. It's been cool. A lot of great bands playing today. It's good to see you, Dane.
It is.
Once
good to
again.
see you too. I know it's been a year now. Too long, man. As we were just talking about, the new record is actually finished, which I'm really impressed with, because you've not been recording it that long, have you?
I started it about a year ago. It's called Lars Attacks, and yeah, it's gonna come out in June. We did a Kickstarter campaign for it.
Yeah.
So it's out.
How pleased with you with how well that went? Because I was keeping a little eye on the old Facebook, and it just seemed like every day, double or treble. It was insane.
It was crazy. Just because I think people have been. I'm so pleased and proud of my fans and thankful. I mean, the thing is that I know they all have stolen the music for years because I've encouraged them.
Yeah.
And so people were finally wanting to help make the album. You know what I mean? So it's really cool.
Was that quite a humbling experience when you suddenly saw holy shit, they've donated all this money?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's it's nice to not have that worry now.
Yeah.
I can record it well, master it, get it out.
And I seem to remember seeing somewhere that you wrote lots of songs about Mars and Martians and stuff.
Yeah.
On the record.
It's very space themed.
Yes. And I seem to remember last time we met, you mentioned that you were going to try and go for having hip hop collabs rather than punk collabs, like the guy from Simple Plan or your friends from Wheatus. Is that what you've gone for in the end?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of great rappers on the album. Sage Francis, KRS-One, Weird Science, who's my friend I just signed to my label.
Yeah.
It's more hip hop, more hardcore, industrial kind of. It's different. It's a different album, but I'm really happy with it. It's also very spiritual.
Yeah. So you're feeling pretty pleased with how it turned out then?
Very joyful.
Any more literature songs? Any kind of the Ahab or Hey There Ophelia or anything like that?
There's a song called The Gospel of Judas, which is it's based on the story of Judas, when he turned Jesus in, the guilt he felt. I did a song about Edgar Allan Poe's Annabelle Lee, but we sampled Tegan and Sarah, and I don't want to have to clear it, so I'm gonna put that on the free mixtape. So that's coming out June 14th.
That makes sense. Did K-Flay put an appearance on the record? Because I know she was involved with the EP that you did, that I have.
Yo, you got your research. She did a bunch of beats.
Yeah.
She's not rapping on it, but she did a lot of beats for the album, and she's a phenomenal producer and friend. And yeah.
Did it make her doing that? Did it make it easier because you know her so well and you've worked with her in the past?
Yeah, she's great. She's reliable and hardworking girl, and yeah, it's great to have her beats on the album.
Yeah. I just want to go back to something which you said the first time we met back in, I think you said it was 09. You said then that you were just starting to find the differences in yourself between you as MC Lars and you as Andrew Nielsen.
Wow.
How is that journey going? Is it just you find a new perspective every day, or you won't expect me to throw that? You do it with.
That's great. I mean, I've learned to, as my business side of things has become more condensed and I'm less reliant on other labels and management and more DIY, I've found that I can write songs about what I want, and I'm not trying to market a radio hit, because I know that's a silly thing to aim for. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think I've become more genuine and more aware of who I am, and with hip hop it's really interesting because when you write rhymes, you learn about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The rhyme writing process is pretty mystical. The stuff comes to you, and then you go back and read it, and you're like, oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think the album has been the first Andrew Nielsen album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a great question. The best question I've ever had.
That's quite cool. So what are the space songs like? What do you call them? What are they about?
So on the album, there's Lars Attacks, which is kind of my my introduction song.
Yeah.
And I always have one of those every album. On the mixtape, there's a song called The Roswell Incident, which is based on a folk song by Susan McDermott, and it's about this kid who, you know about the Roswell story. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
So they were in New Mexico, and it's about this kid whose dad found part of the spaceship in his yard, and the FBI interrogates the dad and tells him he can't tell anyone. So it's the kid's perspective of what happens when the government intervenes with family life, and the dad gets changed because they take him to this room, and Anyway, it's like a really emotional song about this kid who's affected by the flying saucer.
Yeah.
Which, that song I'm really happy with because it's like, it's a different kind of topic.
Yeah.
Then I did a song called Alien Abducted with Kosha Dills and this guy from a group called the Blue Scholars. And so, yeah, the mixtape is very space themed, and the album is got a lot of space songs too, so.
Are there any new songs on the record with the kind of same feel as 23, the more serious and heartfelt kind of tunes on there?
Yeah, man, there's a song called Summer Camp Love about my girlfriend. We met at summer camp, and like for the first time in my life, I've really felt in love and really felt like I found someone I want to spend my life with. So it's a song about this kid who meets this girl, and they meet as kids, and then they reconnect again, and they fall in love, and then they have a kid. But it all centers around summer camp.
Yeah.
And so that's like really emotional pop, not pop, but kind of like. Yeah, like pop indie kind of song with acoustic guitars.
Do you know there's a song quite like that on the Newborn Soup record called Graduation Trip, which is about, I seen one of the guys meeting a girl on a cruise liner that they took after graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that
Wait,
sort of feel.
that's weird. And then what happens? Then they get married?
No. It's like, I think it's like a song about, I wonder if that person still remembers me kind of deal.
I got to hear that, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's one of the last songs on the new record. Veering slightly off topic there.
Yeah.
Going back to we mentioned 23, I understand that you did some work with an anti-suicide rally in America, is that right?
Yeah, we worked with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention for that video and that EP. We raised like $1,000 for them just by putting a jar out for donations. Because, yeah, 23 is really an important song to me. We did on the mixtape, actually, there's a song, the 23 remix, where Weird Science does a verse about a friend of his who died of heroin, and I do a verse about healing.
Yeah.
And he sings the chorus. And we've been doing 23 this tour, and it's really been nice that fans are supportive of a more serious song. But it's also really cool to work with an organization and do something positive, because life can be hard, life can be dark. Like, it can be hard, man. You know that. And like, music is one of the beautiful things that gets us through anything. I think music can get us through everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, dude.
It is, it's true. Are you still doing the hip-hop lectures that you were telling me about last time?
I did a library tour last summer, and I've been doing classes on songwriting and hip-hop, and that's something, teaching, hip-hop is really important because it has agency for positive change. KRS-One coined this phrase called edutainment, where you can be educational and entertaining at the same time. And that's why I love hip-hop so much, man. Hip-hop has the power to change the world, because it's the literature and the beats and like just the oral tradition is really a human thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It resonates, and it's resonated with human culture for so long.
Now, I know you spent the last week or so touring the UK with your friend Weird Science and MC Chris. How'd that go?
Yeah, MC Chris is the man. Like, he's kind of like my Obi-Wan Kenobi in hip-hop. Like, we had so many good conversations about branding, about business, about the future, about, iTunes, about merch. Like, I love that dude so much. And, like, to have him go on tour with me over here and open for me was an honor. And he's one of my favorite guys in rap. And, like, he's one of my favorite rappers in the world. So to have him on tour with us, like, every day, making the mood happy, playing video games in the van, like, I love him. And Weird Science, the former drummer of Code and Cambria, he's a great rapper.
Yeah.
And I'm just blessed to be surrounded by such talented, wonderful people in my life. Every day I wake up and I thank God, like, I'm lucky that hip-hop has found me, and it's here. It's here to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I know there's no DJ on this tour. You left him back home?
Yeah, I love DJ. He's getting into computer design and web design, and he wants to make money. I can't really pay him a lot. And we're still homies. He might come out for a reunion tour or something, but no DJ for now.
Yeah, that's cool. I know you keeping in contact with your old buddies Failsafe. Did you see that they were featured on like this really big TV comedy here?
In-Betweeners.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
No, but I heard about it.
It's very good. It's a very funny show.
It's cool.
It was strange because I was watching like Failsafe. Why do I know that name?
Yeah.
I was like, I recognise that dude. Where do I recognise him from? Oh yeah, I know.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
I helped them move some stuff around today.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're here, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing.
Yeah.
So I gotta watch them.
You're gonna be checking them out later.
So much good music today.
Yeah. Any band in particular you want to go and check out?
Them, Less Than Jake. Well, I think Less Than Jake play when I play. 303 are really fun.
I think Less Than Jake are just after you play.
Good. So that's really good news then.
Yeah, I think they are anyway. I've got the schedule somewhere. I was completely lost my train of thought.
How about you? Who are you looking forward to?
Mayday Parade, who the guy just sat down with, fantastic band.
That singer has got an amazing voice. They're on Warped Tour too. I want to try to get them to do Signing Emo.
Oh, that would be cool.
If they will.
That would be properly cool. Now, it's a laptop set you're doing there today, right?
Yeah, with the drummer.
With the drummer.
My drummer, John Thatcher Longley.
My drummer has messy his house then.
If you see him, tell him to clean up his house.
I don't know what it looks like, but I made us play it. Are you drunk? Yeah, clean up your house, dude.
Yeah. Ha!
So will you be playing that song?
He won't let me play it.
He won't.
But all tour people have been yelling at him to clean up his house.
Nice. Any interesting tour stories from the past week? It's been good?
We went to Alton Towers and we left all our laptops, all our merch money, everything in the van. Weird Science was feeling sad and he was feeling tired, so he was sleeping in the van. A guy was trying to rob it to break a window with his flashlight, and Weird Science opened it and was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" The tour would have been over. We would have lost thousands of pounds, and that was scary. But we had a fun time at Alton Towers.
Yeah, that's cool. Probably taken up enough of your time. There's another gentleman waiting to interview you. Any last thoughts for the MC Lars fans out there as they wait for the mixtape and the new record?
Just we hope to see you on Warp. Those of you in America, my whole ethos is DIY. You know, create instead of consume. Like question what you're told to believe and do something important and follow your heart when it comes to art, because that's really important. We live in a culture that devalues that, and I just want anyone listening to follow through on all your projects, because you'll see them come to fruition, and I think I'm proof of that, you know? Actually,
that just reminds me of another question which I thought of yesterday when I was listening to one of your albums. The song Download This Song is like 10 years old now? It's been
5.
Does it worry you all how relevant that song still is, that it still really echoes what's going on?
I think it's interesting. It kind of, I mean, thanks, man. That's a compliment to the song. I think it was foreshadowing the new media economics. The whole thing of music was a product, now it is a service. There's a wonderful quote I love to always drop. Martin Atkins, the drummer of Ministry, said, "It's not a problem if 30,000 people download your album for free. It's a problem if they don't." Meaning, we create.
They want to.
Yeah, you want to create content that people want to get, so they come to your show, and you get invited to things like Slamdunk.
Yeah.
You know, downloading has just changed everything, and like, you can't control it. You know, MC Chris said, you know, it's impossible to stop an army of zombies. Have you tried? You know what I'm saying? You just got to let it happen and embrace it. Have cool T-shirts. Be willing to get in the van. Be willing to leave your comfy apartment and go rock faces. Cool. And then that's how you survive. You know.
It is. I think we'll wrap it up here. I would say we do some kind of hip hop hand gesture, but I don't know anybody. Yo.
I'll teach you the tour handshake. Yo. It goes like this. It's like this.
There we go, and this is MC Lars. Check out his new album when it drops, Lars Attacks, and what's the name of the mixtape again? Is it just called
Indie Rocket Science, June 14th. MCLars.com, bro.
Now who's that rock star?